Join host Charisma Eve on a journey of self-discovery, empowerment, and unapologetic authenticity. In each episode, Charisma dives deep into conversations, exploring what it truly means to embrace oneself fully and live life with genuine charisma. From personal antidotes to interviews, Unapologetically Me is a space where vulnerability meets strength, where listeners are encouraged to celebrate their uniqueness and step into their power without reservation. Tune in for inspiring stories, practical tips, and a dose of unfiltered wisdom as Charisma Eve guides you towards embracing your most authentic self. It's time to own your truth and live unapologetically. And now your host, Charisma Eve.
Good afternoon, everyone. So glad to have you with us this afternoon here at Unapologetically Me. I am Charisma Eve, and I am so glad that you are with us. And I hope that you have been enjoying our guests. I've tried to have some fruitful ones because I love education. Education is power. And as long as you are learning, you are living and you are growing. Last week we had Mr. Gerald McGee, who was talking to us about perspective. And guess what? This evening we have with us one of my dear, dear, dear friends of many, many years, and another great king, Mr. Brian Peay. And this gentleman is going to liven us up and talk to us about many things this evening. I've known him, like I said, for a lot of years, well over 30 years. He is an author. He is an entrepreneur. He is a speaker. He has so many accolades that I can't find them all. But he is a very loving brother. He is a father. He is a grandfather. He is a husband. And he's a wonderful man. And I present to you at this time Mr. Brian Peay. And I want him to come to us and to talk to us about whatever he feels that is in his spirit, on his heart. Because like I told you all last week, I try to find people that is going to come to us and is going to talk to us about things that are going to help to grow and help the culture, help us to get better, you know. And I know that those are things that Brian is always seeking out to do. So at this time, I want to present to you, Brother Brian Peay. Go ahead, tell us what you got.
Thank you so much. First of all, it's an honor as well as a privilege to be on with you, Charisma Eve. Thank you so much for having me. And I can talk, so you might have to pull my shirt tail and tell me to be quiet. I have a lot to talk about, but I have to cram it in. But I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much. And thank you for all that you do, providing these platforms.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, as stated, I try to be fruitful. I am an author, public speaker, and all of that. But I'm still a child. I'm also a child of God. And I'm also always daily looking for progress, growth, and increase, because none of us have reached that level of perfection. I like to speak to audience and tell anyone I come in contact with, don't ever shoot for perfection. Actually shoot for progress. Because progress is steps toward perfection. I don't want to be perfect. The only man that ever walked this earth, it was Jesus. That was perfect to me. To me. But thank you for being here. My book, if I may speak about it, I don't.
Absolutely, please.
My book is called Notes to Self: Utilizing the Subconscious Mind. Basically, what it is, the subconscious mind is the back of our mind. That's where all of our thoughts, our habits, our experiences are stored at. Our mind is more powerful than a Mac, the most powerful, most sophisticated computer. We have so much information in the back of our minds subconsciously that many of us don't even utilize.
Right.
Don't even utilize. And what I'm trying to get my audience to do with my book is realize that you can be whatever you want to be. We live in the richest country in the world, and I'm gonna tell you, there's over 8 billion people in this world. You are just one. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of praise for your platform. Again, there are over 8 billion people in this world. Out of 8 billion people, somebody needs to hear your platform. Somebody needs to hear your story, because we don't have a story until we tell it. So
Mm-hmm.
I applaud you for this platform, and I want to strongly encourage you to please keep going. If you don't think anybody's listening or nobody's watching, they are. They
Thank
are.
you.
You might not get all the likes or the loves or the shares, all of that, but hey, somebody's listening. Again, there's over 8 billion people in the world. The internet reaches all countries, all
Mm-hmm.
countries. But with my book, I broke it down into 30 days. It's an inspirational journal, 30 days of mental notes. The way to reach another level of progress, growth, and increase, in my own opinion, is by affirmations and visualization. If you haven't reached the point of existence that you're seeking, we have to affirm ourselves. What are you saying, Brian? The subconscious mind loves repetition. The subconscious mind loves repetition. The subconscious mind loves repetition. I say that 3 times because that's repetition. And as long
Mm-hmm.
as I keep saying it, after affirming it, then it will come to fruition eventually. We have to get emotional about it. If I want to be as big as Dr. Sharon Hargrove Porter, or if I
Mm-hmm.
want to be as big as Charisma Eve, I have to use affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I want a bigger house. I want use these daily affirmations, and they work. What we're doing is we're making these strong convictions, thinking of these strong convictions in our head, and once we get again, if we get emotional about it, again, we're going to start making conscious efforts. Just like my book, I stopped and started and stopped and started so many times, but I had to wait a minute. I'm speaking about subconscious mind. I have to practice what I preach. And that's what I did. And it actually became a bestseller on Amazon. And I was very proud of that accomplishment. So what I'm doing in my 55 years here, I know there's more out there. I know there's
Mm-hmm.
more for me to do. And it's not about the money. It's about a feeling of accomplishment. Why go
Mm-hmm.
all these years and you don't have nothing to show for it? Just like you
That's right.
accomplished, you have this platform going. That's an accomplishment. That's an
It is.
accomplishment. You utilized some conscious efforts and made it happen. And this is only beginning for you. But I'm sorry to keep going on. I told you I can talk. You got to
Oh
cut me
no,
off.
no, please continue. You're fine. You're fine. Please. If you weren't
And
saying anything, it'd be something different. You're saying some good things. So
there you go.
continue.
But I again, I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect, but I am trying to reach progress. And
Absolutely.
it's daily. And I tell anyone, if you want to change what you know, you have to change who you know.
Mm,
That
mm,
means expand your circle. It does not hurt. Come out of your comfort zone. I tell anyone, this is one of the affirmations that I use. I had to use it on myself. I have, let's see, I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and explore the unknown. I have missed countless opportunities due to fear, ignorance, laziness, greed, and the love of instant gratification. I must, I can't get it because it's a lot of it, but I must. What's the rest of it? Oh man, I should have my book with me. See, I'm in the car driving right now, but in a sense, we all must step out of our comfort zone.
that's right.
Maybe you stepped out of your comfort zone and started this platform.
It almost kind of connects back to what Gerald McGee talked about. We were talking about perspective just last
Okay,
week, and he was talking about coming out of the corner, coming out of your corner into to the center of the room. When you
great.
come to the center of the room, you learn different perspectives. As long as you're in the corner, you can't learn but just that one perspective. But when you come into the center of the room, you see other perspectives. So this is beautiful for me because we're going
Mhm.
to do a part two with him.
Okay.
But it's amazing how we're linking your
Right.
thoughts. You know, I'm sitting here smiling because you two are, you're linking and you weren't even on the same call together. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah.
And you know what? I bumped into Gerald in
Uh huh.
Buffalo, New York, last month, at a church event. I bumped into him, and we sat there and talked a few minutes, and it's amazing how much you connect with people, and it's
Mhm.
amazing. And I saw his YouTube channel. I'm like, whoa, it was amazing. I've seen him years ago when he and his family were in Salisbury, but I didn't really
Mhm.
know. I'm getting to know him more, and he's an amazing young man. But he's absolutely correct. You must come out of the corner. There's nothing in the corner but you. That's all that's in the corner, but you. You have to change in order to change what you know. You must change who you know.
That's right.
Um, and the last part of my quote was, "You helped me. You helped me remember. I must seek temporary inconvenience to reap the benefits of long-term positive results. That's the goal. And it's a
Mhm.
temporary inconvenience, basically what that is. And we all know it. It's just you have to sacrifice a little time, family. You have to sacrifice something. You're not going to get everything right now.
Mhm.
But if you keep wanting, consistency is the key. Consistency. Then it's going to come to you eventually. With these
Right.
positive affirmations and visualization. Visualize yourself with your own talk show. With your own talk show, interviewing guests that reach a much higher celebrity status. Hey, this is not impossible.
That's right.
It's not impossible, and it's doable.
Mhm.
I mean, those people out there doing these things, they're no different than you and me. They put their pants on the same way we do. Nothing against them, but hey, emulate the success of others. I tell anyone, if you want to grow, I'm all about growth.
Mhm.
Um, it's what else is there? That's just my perspective on things. I was sent here to do something, and my favorite quote, and I tell this also by Mark Twain. The two most important days of your life are the day you were born and the day you discovered why you were born. And I'm sure you heard it, which is your purpose. We all have a purpose. We were sent
Right.
here to do something. We are on
Mhm.
a mission. We have orders that have to be carried out. If we don't carry these orders out, they won't get done.
Right.
You have something to do. You were sent here for a reason. I was sent here for a reason. And
Mhm.
others, like, Dr. Porter, we were sent here for a reason. And it's part of your purpose and your passion.
Right.
And down, we know it. Sometimes it takes someone or some people, or the individual or group, to pull some things out of it that
Mhm.
makes sense. I told you I
It
could
does.
talk.
You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, so
You're fine.
we all have a purpose. We were sitting here for a reason. No one was sitting here to pay bills and die.
Mm-mm.
And sometimes it takes a lifetime to figure out what their purpose is, and that's okay as long as we realize it, whether we're young
One
or old.
one of our illustrious leaders of our organization
Mm-hmm.
said it wasn't enough to be saved, but you have to want to help to save somebody.
I like it.
And, that just goes right along with other things that we hear that are profound. And
Mm-hmm.
I heard him say that maybe when I was 17, and I'm about to turn 59,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So we have to think. And the only thing that I think prohibits us from maybe reaching the goals that we reach
Mm-hmm.
or should reach is laziness. And the Bible even talks about slothfulness. It talks about slothfulness, you know. Um, if we don't get up and perpetuate the things that we are sent here to do,
Mm-hmm.
when we know that we're sent here to do them, even like myself. I have illnesses. But I told Dr. Porter, and I thank God for her,
Yes.
because I was
It's
so
amazing.
tired of sitting here in this house because my brain was still functionable. And let me tell you, this was before I was diagnosed with this seizure disorder. I was so tired of sitting here in this house not being able to do anything.
Hmm.
And I told her, I asked her, I said, did you how did you begin to do all these things that you do? And I love her. She said, you
Yes.
like to talk. And I do. My daddy was a preacher, and I'm like my daddy.
Yeah.
And I do like to talk. But as soon as she found me something that I was able to do using my mind, then here come the enemy
Oh
trying
yeah.
to attack attack that which I am able to do. But
Mhm.
prayer,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
And
a
you know what?
tool.
Absolutely. And also, some people say the enemy, and also in the back of our subconscious mind, because of past uh, failures, past regrets, past not so successful attempts, that's still in the back of our minds. So that's going to come to our conscience.
Hmm.
It's going to come to the front. It's going to, hey, you can't do this. I mean, that what that is self sabotage, and I've done
It
that
is.
so many times. But I had to get over myself. I had to tell myself to shut up. I got this.
Mm.
If that makes sense. I'm not
Hmm.
sitting around talking to myself, but it's all in your mind. Everything is conceived in the mind. Once when we
That's
self
right.
sabotage ourselves, we look back 5 years. Oh man, I should have been doing this. 5 more years, I should have been doing this. And the only one that's talked ourselves out of is us.
That's
It's
right.
I wasted
Hmm.
so much time, but we can't look back on that. That's in the past. We can't
It's
change it.
done. It's
That's it.
done.
It's over. All we can either learn from it. That's what we need to do. Learn from the past. Hey, I don't want to be sitting here in another 5 years. Say I shoulda, woulda, coulda. Like you said, she said you like to talk. Hey, and you got a story.
I
Look at you.
have.
You're a living testimony.
I
People
am.
want to hear your story, our story, her story, their story, his story. I'm telling you, but you don't have a story until you tell it.
That's right.
Whether you use your platform, whether you write a book, hey, you can tell your story in a song, and
Right.
you sing. But that's all of this is not rocket science. It
Hmm.
may take some of us years to get it, for it to resonate and for it to sink in. Like myself, took me years to get it. And I've been through the ranks. You don't, I won't have enough time for me to tell everything that I've been through because we all have been through something. We have a story.
Right.
We have a story, and most people, I was told most people by Omar Tyree, famous author, he said, most people don't want to hear your story unless they see you winning. I see you winning. You're one of the people I see winning. Look, with that dealing with MS, it can't be a cakewalk. It
No.
cannot be a cakewalk at all. So
Mm-mm.
I encourage you and anyone else that's listening, whatever your greatest strength is, get it, work on it daily. It's not going to come overnight. Whatever it is, whatever the goal is not going to come overnight. But the thing is, try to become 1% better every day.
Every day.
That's it. And I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to myself too, and anyone out
Hmm.
there listening. Because sometimes, yeah, in my back of my mind, that it's still back there because of past failure. But I can't let it win, and I have to keep
Mm-mm.
going. No, you're not gonna get me this time, self. No, self, you're not gonna do this. That's why I said my book is called Note to Self. Talk to yourself using these 30 days of affirmations to basically reprogram our minds. and get rid of stinking thinking and have a checkup from the neck up and move forward with our lives. Because we only pass through here one time. We don't have 9 lives. We're not going to get another chance after this.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that's died and came back to tell you with another chance, no. We're not going to get another chance after this.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
There's a scripture that when I had this last seizure, June the 18th, right before the 4th of July, I started thinking, what did I do wrong in my past? Am I being punished for something?
Mm.
And I was talking to my godfather, Apostle McGee. Well, I was talking to his wife, and I didn't know she had me on speaker. And he heard me. He told me that Satan was trying to make me doubt God.
Mm.
And he reminded me of a scripture in Philippians 4:13 that says, forgetting those things which are behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Forgetting. That's why when you keep saying past failures, past,
Yes.
and we tend not to forget those things that are behind us. For some reason or another, we keep remembering those things which are behind us, and they do us no good. I don't know why we tend to hold on to them.
The
We keep
only
wanting.
time. No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. No. We keep wanting to hold on to them, but they do us no good.
The only time we should look back is to see how far we come.
Right.
See how far we come. And I'm going to tell you, part of my testimony is, all after all I've been through, I asked God the same thing. Not that we doubt him, but God, what's going on? Talk to me. God told me, because I got a personal relationship, and I know you do too. Told me, I don't need you, but I can use you to be a witness. He knows I have a strong stage presence. He knows I have the gift of gab. He knows I don't mind getting up speaking in front of people. So he's using me to tell it. God can use you to tell it. Tell people just how good he is. He don't need us, but he can use us.
Right. But the key to that was I was thinking that it was something that I had done in my past.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's what he was trying to get me out of. He was trying to get me from thinking that, because he knows where I came from.
Yeah.
But see, since I've come to Charlotte #2, I don't have a problem. I'm not one of those people I've been saved since I've been saved.
Mm-hmm.
People. I don't mind telling my story to the young folks.
Yeah.
Have
Old
no
folk
problem
too.
with that.
Look, the
Them
old
too.
folk too. Old folk too.
Exactly. So, I think he was trying to get me out of that place because it was thinking, and it had me stuck in a place that I didn't need to be. And when I did get saved, I was given the gift of the word, and he knows that.
Yeah.
So he was trying to get me from that place.
Yeah.
That
Thinking, thinking, and get a checkup from the neck up.
From the neck up. Yeah.
That's it. I'm telling you. And you're not the only one. We are all human and we are imperfect. Again, none of us are expected. God, that's why we're supposed to die daily. But I don't want to, start speaking in tongue and shouting and slobbering and snot no here. But that's why we have to die daily. He knows. Yeah. He knows. I'm telling you. You're not the only one. You're not the first. You're not the last that's going to be thinking. That's going to think like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, you realize now. We realize now. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I've always done right. No, I'm not going to portray that image. No, I have not. I haven't always had the mindset that I have right now. But I thank God I am where I am right now. Because he could have been cut me off and just called me on, hey, that's it. But I'm still here for a reason.
Right.
Again, part of our purpose. Our work is not complete yet.
Right.
Yep. That's it.
We have a different call on our lives.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you this, and then because I can talk too. But when when I turned 55, I had just gotten out of the hospital. I had an MS flare up.
Right.
And one of my dear friends that I grew up with in Salisbury she, and this may sound bad, but she had allowed herself to die because sometimes I hate to sound quote unquote unto others religious, but I can't help it because scripture come to me like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes your mind can kill you. And she liked pity.
Oh no.
And yeah. She was sick. She was very sick. And I was laying here in the bed and I was thinking about her. And I said, Lord, renew my mind. Because I don't want to die. I'm not ready to die. I'm not ready to die. I have work for you that I need to do.
That's it.
I'm not ready to die. I have other things. And I know that there are things that you can use me to do. Like I testified, I did testify in Salisbury at the Friends and Family on Sunday. God uses his strongest soldiers. I mean, I've had MS for 11 years. Now I have this seizure disorder. Why? I don't know. But the test results came back normal.
Right. Okay. Amen. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Hallelujah.
So there's obviously a reason. And so I'm supposed to talk about it and share it and let people see that I look okay.
That's it. You are okay. You're going to be okay.
Exactly.
Going back to your friend right quick. I know you have to go. Going back to your friend. We know that life and death lies in the power of the tongue.
Right.
So I want you to repeat this after me.
Okay.
Speak what's to be.
Speak what's to be.
No, I need you to say it like your paycheck was short. Speak what's to be.
Speak what's to be.
As if it was, and if it is.
As if it is.
I got my own quote back there. Speak what's to be.
Speak what's to be.
As if it was.
As if it was.
Until it is.
Until it is.
That's it. That's another one. Keep saying that to yourself. Hey, that helped me. Speak what's to be as if it was until it is. Maybe she spoke her death. I don't know. I don't know her from a can of paint. Prayers out for her family. But we can speak our own future. If that makes sense.
Because it's confession.
That's it. That's it. It's not rocket science. It's not Chinese arithmetic. This is common sense, which we all have. That's it.
It's confession. It is.
That's
it. It is.
That's it.
I mean, the sermon on Sunday, I don't know if you heard it, but it was watch your mouth.
I haven't heard it, but I keep seeing that pop up. I haven't had a chance, to watch your mouth.
You got to go listen to it because it's something to hear. And it will fit right along with what we're talking about right now. Trust me.
That's it. What's on your mind can come out of your mouth, but watch your mouth.
It's not what goes in a man that defiles him, but what comes out of man that defiles.
Right. And sometimes the best response is no response at all.
At all. Well, Brian, I really, really thank you so much. I know this was last minute, but sometimes those are the best minutes.
That's all right. Thank you so much. I'm honored. Thank you again. And keep this platform going. It's only going to get bigger.
I believe so. I do.
There
I
you go.
do.
There you
I
go.
don't
That
think
part.
that God does anything happenstance or without reason. So
Absolutely.
I really appreciate you coming on,
Mhm.
and thank you very much. Tell
Thank you
Pam
so
I
much.
give her kisses and hugs.
Absolutely.
Your
Definitely.
queen. And
Definitely.
I'm sure I will see you sometime over the holiday. What I mean by the
Yeah.
holiday, the convocation holiday. I know I'll see you.
Right. I hope to see Dr. Sharon in DC this weekend. Shake her hand.
Well, John and I will not be going
Okay. I
because
understand.
of home issues we
Right.
have going on. But
Right.
you all keep us in prayer. But
Home, home comes first.
that's what we got to take care of. We got to
Yeah.
take care of. So
Home
just
comes
keep us
first.
in your prayers. But
Absolutely.
we are going to thank Brother Brian Peay for
Thank you.
visiting with us this evening and for the words of wisdom that he has enlightened us with this evening. Please look for his book on Amazon. What's the name
Yes.
of it again? I got it and
No,
I got it packed up.
that's all right.
Note to
Note to
self,
self. Utilizing the subconscious mind.
utilizing the subconscious mind.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
started reading it and I'm not going to lie and say I finished it because I
Oh,
haven't.
that's fine. That's fine.
But you know what? I'm about truth. And you have got to purchase his book. And please, if you can find him speaking somewhere, he is an awesome speaker.
Thank you.
If you find him speaking somewhere, go and listen because he is a wonderful speaker. I
Thank you
say
so much.
that not because I'm just concerned, because I'm convinced. I know this because
Thank you.
I've heard him myself. Okay.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I'm going to tell you, like I always say, this is just audio right now, but we look forward in the future to moving to video as well. And we're going to say good evening at this time or good afternoon, wherever you're listening, at what time, whether you're listening in the afternoon or whether you're listening in the evening. What we do want to tell you is to be blessed, to love somebody, most of all, love yourself. And if you can't find love for yourself, let God love you. Okay?
That part. That part.
All right. And
Uh,
I'm going to say, take care.
Thank you for joining Unapologetically Me, Charisma Eve. Please like, share, and subscribe, and join us every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time for another exciting episode wherever you listen to your podcast.